It's safe to say we live in a consumer society, and it is undeniably true that at some point we will run out of the resources that we're consuming all too quickly. It's important to raise awareness and find out what we can do to make a difference. Please welcome Kellee Marlow. She's the impact entrepreneur for Spark. Thank you for joining us, Kellee. So first of all, tell us what exactly is happening in the area of sustainable innovation.
So there's a shift towards renewable resources. There's a movement towards sustainable practices. And there's a focus now on balancing between profit and purpose. Because we are now moving towards a planet that will have less and less resources, and people are aware and focused on how they can make that difference in terms of the shift towards what we need to do to save our planet and ourselves. So there's a shift towards biodegradable sources of energy. For example, there's a scientist that's using urine to power electricity, which is pretty amazing. There are fabrics now that are made of recycled plastic and out of food waste, and which is really incredible because if you think about it, that you can throw your t-shirt away if it's made out of food. And it's right now we have so much clothes, more than people on the planet. And as a result, we can sustain having all these materials that we don't know what to do with. We're basically overfilling whatever landfills we have left. So that's a problem. And then our coral reefs are dying. So 3D technology is being used to provide scaffolding for the coral reefs so that they will survive and not go into extinction.
And it's interesting because anyone who can't personally relate to these things, I mean, we're so caught up in our own world, our own universe of consuming that we're not thinking about what effect it has. So there are people out there that are trying to make a difference and recycle materials to help the environment. Why is it so important that we take action now and use processes like this to make a difference?
We're basically contaminating our planet faster than it's able to recover. And that's why it's become a huge challenge for us to be able to sustain in the future, as well as we will run out of resources within our lifetime.
But tell me, how can I make a difference? What is something I can do to make a change?
If you think about how much food is wasted, so about 40% of all food is in the garbage, unconsumed. That's one area. Second is fashion. We probably wear 20% of what we own. And right now there's also the problem with fast fashion because technology is allowing us to basically consume like maybe disposable type of clothing that isn't really great for the environment or for the planet. And then let's say, instead of gifting something, you can gift an experience where you can buy someone a gym membership, which is so much healthier, right? Or there's so much that you can do that's non-product driven. I would say a lot of people don't compost their food, and that would be something that would be very helpful that isn't going to landfill. Instead, it just breaks down and goes back into the earth. And lastly, if you bike to work or you walk to the market, it's so much healthier for you, and at the same time, you are taking care of the air and reducing carbon.
I love it. Okay, so recycle, compost, be aware of your carbon footprint. Now, this is a lot of information, especially for someone who is just now sort of opening their eyes to this problem that we're facing as a planet, really. Where can we go for more information, Kellee?
There are quite a few websites that you can go to on sustainability. I do urge people to learn more about it because it's just the little things every day, like paper cups, paper bags. If you think about how many we go through each day, if you use a recycled, you bring your own cup, for example, or you bring your own bag, it makes such a huge difference for the planet.
Beautiful. Well, it's very important what you're sharing with us, and we do appreciate you taking the time to open our eyes and help us realize that we can be a part of the difference and the change that needs to happen to save the planet that we live on. Kellee, thank you so much for your time today.